Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. Oh, you guys, what a day. You guys know how sometimes you get like an animal and you say, oh my gosh, this animal is a money pit, and you don't mean it in a mean way, but it requires so much more care. Maybe it has food allergies and requires a whole huge extensive diet overload, or maybe it's always getting hurt, or maybe, I don't know, there's always a bunch of reasons why, but there's always that one animal, and I've never had one before. Like, I've never had one that causing me so much trouble ever before until now. I have one, and it's not his fault. But, oh, bad things keep happening to him. That's not him. He's a good boy. He's the easy boy. It's not Winston. He's a good boy. He's the easy boy. It's not him. It's not Posey. Look at Posey. Oh, you guys missed this. She's so cute sitting there. And it's not Ziggy, who is really interested in this goat that's in heat right now. Nope, not him. It's this one. First I burned his eyeball, and now I think he has urinary calculi. So I'm gonna get him into the barn before the vet gets here and see what we can do with him. I don't even know if that's what it is, but I'm pretty sure. He's down and out. All right, so he's gonna give him an ultrasound. We're just waiting. He's going to get his ultrasound machine. We're gonna do an ultrasound on him. Everything looks good though, except for that he's down. His FOMACHA score, which tells if they have parasites, is good. He doesn't have any, he doesn't have coccidia. He doesn't have any signs of having coccidia anyway. I could maybe treat him for coccidia, but he's acting like he it actually could be really bad. It could be like so bad. So if he had, so his bladder feels small, he's gonna x-ray or ultrasound just to make sure. But his bladder seems small. He doesn't seem to have any problems, but he's still down. He's still sick. And before, he was hunched up and bent over like all morning before the vet got here, and he thinks that he could have ruptured. His bladder could have ruptured. If it ruptured, nothing you can do, which is so awful. Like, it happened so fast. So pray it's not that, you guys. Just pray. He is not feeling better. I already cleaned this. Just make sure he doesn't. Why isn't this going? Oh. So we did all the stuff. I love that vet that came. He's one of my favorites. I have 2 favorites out of 3. And anyways, we did all the stuff. Come on, you can go outside. Hopefully he'll walk out. Come on. Oh, he's gonna walk. Yep. So anyways, he wanted to test him take his temperature. I'm like, oh, he has a fever. I can feel it. Definitely feel it. So this morning, I found him hunched up, and that's a sign of pain. And usually I can figure out what's wrong with him. Figured he had a fever because he was super lethargic. And I was worried about urinary calculi. I did what the vet did. I went through all the things that it could be, all the problems that it could be. And that's the only one I could come up with. And what happens is if they aren't able to pee because they have a kidney stone blocking the way, and they aren't able to pee, then their bladder bursts and then they die. So, and it's a painful death. So I was like not playing around with that. There's so many things that I've learned how to treat and how to recognize and how to take care of, but that I wasn't going to play around with it. So I called the vet, and he got here really quickly. He didn't find any evidence of a stone anywhere. He's not distended, but he was distended this morning. He's not, which made us both think that maybe he ruptured his bladder. So he did the whole examination, didn't find any sign of that. So then he did an ultrasound, a rectal and an abdominal, and his bladder is really full. Not obnoxiously full, but very full. So he should be peeing. So he didn't see a single stone on the ultrasound. So my guess is that it's not that. He probably has a bellyache is what I think. Colic is basically what they call it. But it can't just be colic because he has this fever. So like I'm pouring sweat right now just from holding him. His fever is only 103. 101 to 102 is normal. 103 is low grade fever. 104 is super high. So he has this fever. So it has to be an infection. So what he says that he thinks the problem is, goats can get a urinary tract infection from having little teeny microscopic stones that you don't even see, that they pee out all the time. And if his bladder is spasming, it will like prevent him from peeing. And it could just be like the start of an issue. So I always try and catch everything really quick. So the vet gave him some Banamine. I have Banamine, but he gave him Banamine. And then I'm going to give him more in a little bit. He's actually looking at me now for food. I literally came out just now to get him. He was laying in the grass, and I just picked him up. And he doesn't ever lay in the grass. Oh, he's sore now. Sore now from the thing up his butt. The ultrasound thing. It was a big thing. Anyways, so he's looking like a million times better right now than he was even. So for sure he has an infection. See, that's why I watch them pee all the time. I'd like to see him pee. So we gave him a Banamine to relax him so that if he's having bladder spasms, it will relax that. And we gave him, I gave him antibiotics because I already had antibiotics here, which I wish I had bought more because, oh, he's about to pee. He didn't pee. Shoot, wait. He's trying. He's trying. He's peeing. He's peeing. Wow, what a good boy. He doesn't usually like squat like that, like. And he said that if it's a urinary issue, like a urinary calculi, he'll be wagging he's trying to put his face in the pee. Oh, he's really peeing. So, I don't know. It's probably nothing. I probably called the vet, like Sam said, for nothing. It's probably, but look, he still looks like he's trying to go. Huh. Well, that's good because he took blood and he's going to call me and tell me that the blood was normal. I already know now because I saw him pee. He doesn't have any signs of coccidia, any sign of parasites. His FOMACHA score, like, he looks amazing other than he has a fever. And once they have a fever, you never know where it's coming from. And I have antibiotics here and I could have just treated him, and I thought, like, oh, maybe because I knew he had a fever, maybe I'll just give him antibiotics. But then I was like, oh, you do not want to mess around with a boy with urinary calculi. So also this morning I gave him some stuff called ammonium chloride. And what it does is it dissolves any little stones that are in there, or prevents them from getting stones. So he says I should just be giving it to them on a regular basis, like a week out of every month. Give it to them. It'll help a lot. So yeah, I'm going to add that to my already busy regime. Anyway, crisis averted. He's definitely going to live. At first he thought maybe his bladder had ruptured, but here's the thing. When he said maybe his bladder ruptured, I knew it didn't, because I've dreamed him before, and this is why I also questioned calling the vet. I've dreamed him before laying in the girls' side of the barn, and like a lion, just like all beautiful. And I saw, so while he was laying there, I saw him turn into every baby that he has. So he was saying, you know, if it ruptured, we could try surgery. And I was thinking, but he will never breed again. And I was thinking, nope, that's not the problem, because I know he breeds, and I know he has like so many different colored, beautiful babies, and that we love him. So I trust in my dreams. But anyways, whew, it's gonna be an expensive morning on the Day by Day farm. So he was gonna ride, but it's raining. And by raining, I mean barely spitting. I don't know how you guys got out, but you're not supposed to get out because this is where the fox comes. You're safe on the other side of the fence. I'm gonna go and check on little Nico in a second. I hate that he's not like deathly ill. Just joking. Anyway, she's going to clean her tack instead, like a good girl. Isn't her saddle so beautiful though? Like, I see saddles for sale all the time, and they don't look like how, and they don't.
See, I love CWD. Like, it's such a pretty saddle.
I like CWD too. Like, it's gorgeous, and in fact, it looks way nicer in real life. See, if I take out all the light, I always like to make the camera a little bit brighter, but it's really nice. And do you take good care of it?
Not really.
And it still looks
I
good.
keep it covered with the saddle cover though.
Yeah. I mean,
and I don't even do that, so that's not my fault. That's
every
Gabby.
time we see yeah, she didn't do this.
That's all Gabby.
Somebody else did that.
And I didn't even know she was using my saddle.
Yeah.
Like, I'm mad.
Yeah, she got mad.
She wouldn't have even told me either. Literally.
Everything always comes out in the wash. That's an expression. It means everything. Oh, you can't ever keep any secrets. Okay, so anyways, the reason I said that about Nico is because my family is always telling me, you're exaggerating, you're over-exaggerating, he's fine, she's fine. And okay, sometimes maybe I over-exaggerate, but for the most part I don't.
More than sometimes.
Anyways, I'll be back. So there's a turkey at the gate there and she's calling to me. The turkeys are so sweet how they call. I have a lot that I want to get done today. I have to strip this garden. It's supposed to rain all day today and all day tomorrow, so I didn't water it. So it's still struggling. It's struggling so much, but you can see all the things that are ripe. So I'm going to pick those today. And all my eggplants. All my peppers. There's a lot of hot peppers. I'm going to cut up my celery. Lots of stuff down here too. I don't know if you can see. There's lots of tomatoes in there, but a bunch of them are ripe now. I also want to sweep the barn. Oh, fancy meeting you here. I was gonna say what a brat he is. He just popped out of there like he's a spring chicken. Meanwhile, I scooped him up off the ground this morning like he was half dead. But it's because the fever's gone. So Banamine, which we give to horses, is also good for goats, and I give it sometimes for pain, and then it's also a fever reliever. So that's why he was lethargic today. He's probably walking sore because what's on here? It's funny to see a goat when they have food all over them. Let me see your butt. I'm sure I overreacted. I'm sure he's out of the woods, but I can assure you I rarely ever overreact. Rarely ever when it comes to getting the vet. There's been a time or two that I've called the vet needlessly, but I stand by my choice, you guys. I stand by my choice. He's gonna call me with the results of the blood work, and it's gonna be normal because he peed just as soon as he left. Anyways, I'm happy to see that the little guy is looking like he's getting a tiny little belly on him. Sometimes when they move to a new house, it can be hard for them to get all the food that they want. And so Sophie and I already told you guys this a million times, we baby babies that we bring into the house. We make sure that they get everything they need until they can be in the herd and get what they need. But he's doing good. He looks a lot better. I'm going to give him some more Banamine before bed. But his eye looks really good. Oops. Hey, stop. Okay, so that's the good eye. Anyway, I had him check his eye, and his eye looks fine. He said that even though I worried the whole entire time. So there's the other one. It still does look good. He just has like his eyelid half closed. And he used to do that a lot. See, like that one he does it with too. Anyways, they're like, what are you trying to say, Laura? Just say it. Anyways, he said that the prognosis with like the ulcer, he said it was always going to be good. That they always heal up really easy. He didn't have any doubts about that. It's supposed to pour rain. And anyways, I didn't want to give him any Banamine or anything for pain before the vet came because I don't like to do that. Because I don't like to give myself a false sense of security. Like, if I had given him medicine and I came down and he was just running around and at the fence trying to breed everybody like he is now, I would think, oh, he's fine, and I might miss something. I like to make sure before I give them pain meds that I know what's going on. Essentially, I could have just given them antibiotics, but he says that anytime they get urinary tract infections, it's always from stones, even if they're tiny. Money well spent, you guys. Money well spent. These tomatoes did not do well. Do you guys think it's the chickens eating them? Oh, it for sure is the chickens eating them. Oh my goodness. That might not look good to you guys. It just looks really small and underripe, but I'm gonna cut it up and freeze it for soups and stews through the winter. These are my onions. Actually, they're leeks, and you're supposed to be able to use the top parts of them too. These are also little tawny peppers, but they were slower growing. Are you cleaning out everything, like all your stuff? What's in your boot bag?
My boots are going to be in my boot bag.
Oh, what's in it now? So this is the part I've been dreading because me and a lot of my neighbors all had tawny tomatoes this year, and picking them all off is going to be a pain because they're so small. But there are a lot of them. So this is mostly what I got out. I still have a lot of leeks, a lot of tomatoes that aren't ripe. But I got all the celery, a lot of tomatoes. I have 2 pockets full of tomatoes and tons in there. I do not know what's wrong with Sophie because she's cleaning the barn. She's cleaning everything. In fact, Sophie used to be like this big, huge clean freak. There's videos when she was a little girl, like I'm talking 5 and 6, and she'd have wet wipes in her bedside table so she could wash everything in her room. Do you remember that? When you used to have wet wipes in your room? And you used to clean all the time.
Can you push those 2 mats together?
Yeah. Well, if you can't, no. Can I put your jump boots in the wash? I think I can. Try it. Can you wash jump boots, you guys?
You did before.
Oh, I did before. Every day that goes by is getting closer and closer to our party day, so we're trying to get as much stuff done as we can each day. Meaning, like, you know, when people are you have a lot of people come over. What did you do?
You put this thing up.
Good, because we need someplace for other people to put their bags.
No, I'm putting my brattle there.
Oh. My battery's dying, so I'm gonna go charge this, charge the camera, wash this.